Scrolling through winter 2021 of my anime list, I was thinking to myself, what anime should I watch? Well, this looks a bit interesting.
俺の棒かこの棒か好きな棒を選ばせてやるよ
Oh, never mind. Well, anyways, should I catch up on my plan to watch anime or start a new one? And then I saw Horimiya, slice of life, romance with good ratings. Considering that I prefer the action shonen genre, I can assure you that this show does look promising. And trust me when I say this is one of the most wholesome slice of life animes of winter 2021. Horimiya, also known as Hori-san and Miyamura-kun, is an adaptation to a webcomic and a popular manga series. It is produced by Cloverworks, known for the creations of Darling in the Franxx and Bunny Girl Senpai. As we dive through the synopsis, this rom-com introduces Kyoko Hori, a hard-working high school student who is smart academically and is popular at school. Watching this, you could argue that she is somewhat a tsundere. As both her parents are constantly occupied at work, she is required to look after the house and her younger brother, Sota. This gives her no opportunity to socialize during her adolescent years. In contrast to Hori, Miyamura is introduced and viewed as a quiet, antisocial otaku. However, he is just a typical student who performs to an adequate level. Some characters consider him to have a feminine look because of his face and his long lashes. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that he has tattoos and 9 piercings. He tends to hide his tattoos by wearing long-sleeved clothing, and with his piercings, he keeps his hair at shoulder length to avoid undesired attention at school. Within the very first episode, her little brother comes home with an injury and is accompanied by Miyamura. This is pretty much the beginning of Hori and Miyamura's connection. As these two characters start bonding within her household, they realize that they share some strange similarities, although they are complete polar opposites. When I was sitting down, watching on my computer, I thought the animation was visually beautiful. Moments of silence allowed for the situation to speak for itself. The colors implemented represented feelings, and there was a great emphasis on special moments. The OSTs, in my opinion, were remarkable, but they weren't memorable besides the opening and ending songs. The aspect which I really loved about this anime is that their teenage relationship gets straight to the point in one single season. Most romance animes are too dragged. They take like 3 seasons to start holding hands or go out on actual dates. Not pointing any fingers or anything, although all these animes that I've listed are great and you should also check them out. For example, remember this anime? The main character in that anime has a compilation of failed kiss attempts. My man took 2 whole seasons to almost kiss. I can't even relate to that. Moving back to Horimiya. Within a few episodes, the confession scene happened straight away, and halfway throughout the season, the couple initiated hand-holding and then something very inappropriate to mankind. You guessed it, and the rest is history. In 7 episodes, I felt like they removed the old cliche of confessions happening at the very last episode of a season. Another aspect which I enjoyed was the interactions with characters. They actually communicate like real people. These conversations felt realistic and somewhat relatable in a high school environment. There aren't any unnecessary dramas unfolding, and as misunderstandings do occur in this anime, they aren't prolonged until the very next season. These conflicts are resolved within a few minutes of the show by simply sitting down and having a proper discussion. That sounds crazy, right? An example of this happening in the anime is when there was a fight over Best Girl. The very next day, the problem is resolved. Both of them blamed themselves for the cause of the action. They portray these teens dealing with unrequited feelings in a normal way. Normally, being rejected by a crush doesn't instantly erase the feelings you have. In this instance of which Ishikawa has for Hori, but he still respects the decision and decides to move on like a man, allowing a different relationship to deepen, which is unfortunately for him, friendship. These characters aren't afraid to express their emotions to one another. As every single anime has flaws, there is no such thing as a perfect anime. Maybe not yet. Everyone has different opinions about certain animes, such as terrible animations, too much fan service, or also even garbage endings. The problem I had with this anime is that the pacing was really quick, as it only covered non-consecutive moments that were in the manga. For the side characters, it doesn't seem like you can feel attached to the majority of them, as they presented way too many characters with a little number of episodes. Aside from that, I thought they were all well written and lovable characters. When I watched all 13 episodes in one sitting, the obvious answer for me with this anime is that it's too short. I believe that if this anime consisted of maybe 24 episodes, the introduction and development of the side characters would have been way better. This shouldn't discourage you from watching this anime though. There are a shit ton of color-coded characters with their unique hair and eye colors, but I'll quickly go through the list of those in a superficial way that take place at Katagiri Senior High School, which is a location for most of the anime's story. We've got Miyamura, the tattoo guy, Hori, the ideal woman, Ishikawa, the rich rejected guy, Yuki, the emotion concealer, Yanagi, the good-looking guy, Shu, the loud guy, Sengoku, the shy student council, Remy, the cute mascot for student council, Sakura, the tragic character, and Honoka, the random character. I for one especially loved the progression of the main characters. Miyamura goes from this to this, or he goes from
Want to be dominated? We'll dominate you. We'll ask you to be gentle.
All of the above.
I really do hope that there will be a season 2, but if you watch the last episode, it makes sense to end it off there. Also, season 2 most likely won't occur as an interview with the director stated that. Now for the final episode, I want you to feel that this is where Horimiya will end. I will put a link down below. With a very slim chance of season 2, I believe that OVAs might be in the works. I extremely recommend this anime to everyone. It's one of the best slice of life rom-coms that I've seen in 2021. And maybe you will enjoy the same unique experience of Horimiya.